Over 60,000 visitors are expected this year at drinktec in Munich. The world's leading trade fair for the beverage and liquid food industry is not only the benchmark of an innovation sector, but also a business and communication platform for exhibitors and customers from all over the world.
drinktec is back. Hello and welcome to the first edition of drinktec TV 2013. Over the next 4 days, we'll be bringing you the latest innovations and trends from the trade fair, and we'll be talking to some of the most important people in the industry. To begin with, I'd like to introduce you to Dr. Reinhard Pfeiffer, Managing Director of the Munich Trade Fair Center and the person responsible for drinktec. Hello, Dr. Pfeiffer.
Hello.
drinktec is the world's leading trade fair for the beverage and liquid food industry. What status does it have in the portfolio of the Munich Trade Fair Center?
For us, it is a very, very important fair. It is an international fair with a very high proportion of visitors and exhibitors from abroad, about 60%. And so drinktec fits perfectly to the portfolio of Messe München because we have a lot of leading international trade shows here.
What will be the most interesting topics over the next few days here?
Over the next few days, we have one main topic, and it is called sustainability. Like in most sectors, in most industry sectors, this is the most challenging thing for the future, how to save resources, how to save energy. For example, you need a lot of water to produce 1 liter of beer. How can it reduce? And if I can reduce it, I also save energy.
Sustainability is also the main topic of our program today. Responsible use of resources and energy-efficient technologies are the driving forces in the beverage industry today. This can be seen especially in the use of PET.
Krones is showcasing at drinktec how sustainability can be combined with cost-effectiveness. With the Contiform Accept block, it is no longer the complete bottles that are sterilized, but instead a new procedure is employed with the preforms before the blowing process. Due to the reduced volumes, not only energy but also water consumption is greatly reduced. With the Evolite block, shrink wrapping is replaced by a band of PET material to make standard 1.5 litre six-packs transportable. The savings potential of this new procedure is enormous.
We have very impressive numbers here, how we target and reach sustainability goals. We can save 65% of material costs. We can save 90% of all the energy in the drying part because we have no shrinking tunnel anymore, and we have 50% less of space needed in the production hall of the customer.
Netstal has further reduced the use of materials in the production of preforms. At the same time, the physical properties remain intact after the blowing process. The energy balance is significantly increased through the development of the mechanical and electrical components.
We have worked on a very innovative drive system called EcoPower Unit, which we have included in the system, which enables us to recuperate energy in the system and redistribute it in the system. We have increased the injection performance of the machine in order to be able to make lighter preforms, thinner walls.
For sustainability, the Austrian manufacturer Engel stakes everything on perfect electrification. The unit for the production of PET locks, presented for the first time at drinktec, lowers energy costs dramatically without impacting productivity and product safety.
Sustainability has been a major issue throughout the last couple of years, so we focused on the development of all-electric systems, meaning to be able to save 30 to 50% of energy in the production compared to conventional systems.
Opinions or critical viewpoints? Statement of the Day is our platform for getting the message heard. Today, Volker Kronzeder, Chairman of the drinktec Advisory Board, will share his thoughts on sustainability.
I think first of all the customer expects that he gets quality whenever he spends money for the product. He expects as well a certain shelf life of the product, and he expects as well that the product, some of the customers expect that they are produced under Sustainable conditions, that means ecological friendly products.
Reducing the amount of materials used in drinks packaging reduces the carbon footprint and increases resource efficiency. The company Ball Packaging Europe has come up with the lightest half-litre aluminium can in the world. Weighing in at 12.2 grams, it's almost as light as a feather. Joining me now is Sylvia Blumke, PR Director for the company Ball Packaging Europe. Hello, Sylvia.
Hi.
I'd like to know, how many tons of aluminium can be saved per year in the production of drinks cans with this can?
If you would convert all of the European drinks cans into our ultralight B can, then we would save 19,000 tons of aluminium, and that's as much as 100 jumbo jets.
100 jumbo jets, wow, that sounds like a lot. Thank you, Sylvia. Now we'll take a look at Lamy Can, a company that produces a drinks can that's made up of 75% renewable raw materials.
The combination of renewable raw materials with wafer-thin aluminium and polyethylene elements ensures that the liquid products remain hygienic and taste perfect in the can.
The can is fully paperboard-based can, so it has all the qualities which a aseptic paperboard has. So as you know, the content remains intact and the mineral remains intact, and also the light and the air cannot go inside. If you use other type of packages, for example plastic, the air might go inside and it might change the whole vitamins, the whole colors, and also the taste.
In the production of glass bottles, CanPack relies mainly on the use of renewable energy. Reducing the thickness of the wall with special thin glass also reduces the use of materials. The same applies to the cardboard packaging from Mead West Vaco. This eco-friendly packaging option is characterized by a reduced wall thickness, a robust internal structure, and the almost limitless diversity of the applications.
We make sure that the paperboard is robust enough that it can withstand a wide variety of conditions, including quite a bit of moisture and wet content.
If you're looking for fascinating talks and interesting discussions, then the Innovation Flow Lounge is the place for you. It's a brand new tool at drinktec this year for professionals from marketing and technology to gather and exchange ideas. It's the meeting place for the experts. Here are a few impressions for you before we meet our first lounge guest.
Very interesting. Yeah, small concepts and something to take home that's different than what you get when you talk to somebody in the stand.
I love it.
Yeah. My first guest at the lounge today is Stephan Barth, Managing Director of the Barth Group, the world's leading supplier of hops. So Stephan, tell us, why do hops need marketing?
Tanya, hops need marketing because it's little known that hops are to beer what grapes are to wine.
Could you be a bit more specific?
Right. It's not really known in the public that hops not only bitter, but also give flavor, just like a grape gives flavor to wine. Different grapes give different flavors to different wines, and the same happens with hops. There's 165 varieties in the world, and they all give different flavor to beer.
What would you suggest? How can the marketing team and the technology team cooperate better?
First of all, they could start cooperating, because in a lot of cases, sometimes we have a feeling that technology and marketing aren't really talking to each other. A lot of cases, the technical department really knows about hops and the marketing department doesn't. So when that disconnect doesn't exist anymore and marketing knows about what hops can do, all of a sudden they can start engaging their customers and educate their customers.
Thanks for your insight, Stephan. Reducing water and energy consumption in the manufacturing and bottling of drinks is one of the greatest challenges for the manufacturers. We'll show you some surprising solutions, and we'll tell you what's behind the words shark and colibri.
Behind both names lurk two new products from the Seaman brewery supplier. The cooking system Shark limits the use of hot water for boiling the wort to a minimum. In addition, the Colibri mixer delivers a superior amount of extract at the mashing. So the use of primary raw materials is reduced and the production costs for the brewing of beer are lowered. Oever from Baden-Württemberg specializes in water treatment plants for the beverage industry. Thus, production effluents can be reintroduced into the primary water cycle. This improves both the environmental performance and the energy balance of a manufacturer.
On one hand, we save real costs for our customers because water that is not consumed does not have to be paid and doesn't have to be discharged. And on the other hand, it's important for the corporate image of our clients.
Alfa Laval takes a completely different approach. With the multi-function tool ISOMix, one can perform all the working stages in a tank with only one production unit. So customers only need to invest in the technology once.
The big benefit or the sustainability is we mix much faster as traditional mixing system like an agitator. That means we can mix 5 times faster the liquid, and this will reduce the energy input, what you need to mix your batch tank. That means we are reducing the energy consumption for the complete system. If you talk about kilowatt, 1/3 of the energy is necessary to have the same result compared to traditional mixing system. And you use the same machine to clean the tank. You don't need extra equipment, and this reduces the investment cost for the customer, of course.
That was our first tour of drinktec. But before I go, I'm going to treat myself to a taste of orange spirit. This is the beer that's been brewed exclusively for drinktec. But why would you brew a beer just for drinktec? Luckily, Dr. Wolfgang Stempel is here, director of the Doemens Academy, to tell us why.
Yes, the drinktec is mainly a brewer's fair, and so the drinktec asked us, can we have our own beer? And I answered, yes, of course. Let's brew a special beer for drinktec. Let's brew an orange spirit.
And tell us, how long did the process take to get to this beer?
Yeah, this beer is a special beer, and it takes time, 8 weeks for maturing. So this is very special because normally a beer only has 3 weeks for maturing.
Great, let's try it.
Yeah, let's
Cheers.
try it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
And Oliver Wesselow, the beer sommelier world champion, is going to describe the taste to us.
Thank you. It's beautiful beer, nice scent of honey, orange peel, sherry-like. Beautiful, fruity, but yet still dry body. Also sense of honey and yeah, towards the end, sherry and with the sherry, the typical alcoholic warmth that goes down your throat. Beautiful beer.
Well, I think I'll spend the rest of the evening right here at the Brewers Meeting Point. I hope you'll join us again tomorrow for the second edition of drinktec TV. Auf Wiedersehen.
Cheers.
Cheers.